Hello everybody and welcome to EduMedia YouTube channel. This is the first of a 4-series video on GES Aptitude Test for promotion and selection to a higher rank. In this video, we present to you 15 questions and answers to practice and prepare for the examination. Each answered question is followed with a brief explanation on why the option is selected as the correct answer. If you find any answer misleading, please do leave us a comment and we are sure to respond promptly. Before we start, if you are new to our channel or if this is your first time visiting our channel or you are an old visitor but have not yet subscribed, I will urge you to subscribe and share our content. This helps to push our content to a wider audience. If you are one of our dearest subscribers, we warmly welcome you once again and we appreciate your being with us. Question number 1. A behavior modification wherein tokens are awarded for correct responses is A. Herbert's 5 steps, B. Locke's tabula rasa, C. Thorndike's law of effect, and D. Thorndike's law of exercise. The correct answer here is C. In educational psychology, you know that there's an American psychologist known as Edward Thorndike who developed a theory of learning known as instrumental conditioning. This instrumental conditioning is also known as the trial and error learning. From his various experiments, Thorndike developed 3 laws of learning. You have the law of exercise, the law of readiness, and the law of effect. Of these laws, the law of effect stated that behavioral responses that are followed by pleasure would be strengthened and responses followed by pain would be weakened. Question number 2. In CCE, formative and summative assessment totals to A. 40% and 60% respectively, B. 60% and 40% respectively, C. 80% and 20% respectively, D. 20% and 80% respectively. The correct answer here is A. 40% and 60% respectively. The CCE is the Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation. It refers to a system of school-based assessment that covers all aspects of student development. It emphasizes on 2 objectives: continuity in evaluation and assessment of broad-based learning. One of the points on the CCE indicates that formative assessment should total 40% and summative assessment should total 60%. Question number 3. Classroom communication must be A. Teacher-centric, B. Student-centric, C. General-centric, and D. Textbook-centric. The correct answer here is B. Student-centric. Student-centric communication means teachers and students work collaboratively to co-create a learning plan or pathway that best suits the needs of each individual learner. The student-centric communication is personalized, conversational, and convenient. Question number 4. Teachers' role at higher education is to A. Provide information to students, B. Promote self-learning in students, and C. Encourage healthy competition among students, D. Help students to solve their problems. The correct answer here is B. Promote self-learning in students. Now, this idea is taken from the Dalton Plan, and the Dalton Plan is a method of education by which pupils work at their own pace and receive individual help from the teacher when necessary. Students draw up their own timetables, and they are also responsible for finishing the work on their syllabus and assignment. Question number 5. The term identical element is closely associated with A. Similar test questions, B. Similar twins in class, C. Transfer of learning, and D. Group instructions. The correct answer here is C. Transfer of learning. The identical element theory of Thorndike and Woodward helps in explaining this phenomenon of transfer. They claim that the transfer of learning from one task to another task would occur when both tasks shared some kind of common identical element. Question number 6. The mind of an infant is a tabula rasa. Who contributed to this concept? A. J. Russell, B. John Locke, C. harassment, and D. Plateau. The correct answer here is B. John Locke. Now, John Locke is an English philosopher. He proposed that the mind of a newborn infant is a tabula rasa, or a blank slate, on which experience needs to be written on. Question number 7. At primary level, it is better to teach in mother language because A. It develops self-confidence in children. B. It makes learning easy. C. It is helpful in intellectual development. And D. It helps children in learning in natural atmosphere. The correct answer here is D. It helps children in learning in natural atmosphere. A research conducted by UNESCO shows that education in the mother language is a key factor for inclusion and quality learning. It also improves learning outcomes and academic performance. This is crucial, especially in primary school, to avoid knowledge gaps and increase the speed of learning and comprehension. Question number 8. A teacher is said to be fluent in asking questions if he can ask A. Meaningful questions, B. As many questions as possible, C. Maximum number of questions in a fixed time, and D. Many meaningful questions in a fixed time. The correct answer here is A. Meaningful questions. Effective questioning is a key tool in assessment for learning strategies and should be planned such that a range of responses are anticipated. Good questioning requires time for people to think and respond, and the more learners are actively engaged in learning, the less scope there is to switch off. Therefore, the focus is to ask meaningful questions not bound by a fixed time. Question number 9. There are 3 phases of teaching given by P. Jackson. Which of the following is incorrect? A. Preactive phase, B. Interactive phase, C. Post-active phase, and D. Interactive phase. The correct answer here is D. Underactive phase. Philip Jackson was a renowned scholar. His teaching methodology focused more on children. He formulated a model of teaching that are divided into 3 phases. You have the preactive, that's about the preparation of teaching. We have the interactive phase, that's the actual classroom teaching, and then the post-active phase. Post-active phase involves determining the tools to check for the achievement of intended learning outcome. Question number 10. Who first attempted to describe personality traits in terms of lexicon descriptors? A. Rostagna, B. Alport and Odbert, C. R.B. Cattell, and D. Costa and McCrae. The correct answer here is B. Alport and Odbert. In 1936, Gordon Alport and Henry Odbert used the lexical hypothesis to conduct one of the important and seminal studies in personality psychology. They compared lexical personality descriptors from Webster in New International Dictionary of the English Language for first comprehensive lexical studies. They identified terms that describe personality, behaviors, and traits. Question number 11. Erikson proposed that trust and mistrust develops during the A. Anal stage, B. Genital stage, C. Latency stage, and D. Oral sensory stage. The correct answer here is D. Oral sensory stage. Erik Erikson developed a theory known as psychosocial. He developed this theory because he believed that people in the process of development are influenced by many kinds of psychosocial and social factors. He compounded the following: trust versus mistrust, which is normally from birth to a year; autonomy versus shame and doubt, which is within the range of a year to 3 years; initiative versus guilt, that is between 3 to 6 years; industry versus inferiority, 6 to 12 years; identity versus role confusion, which is 12 to 18 years, and so on and so forth. Question number 12. The Dalton scheme of education is useful for which of the following levels? A. Infant, B. Little children, C. Older children, and D. None of the listed options. The correct answer here is older children. Now, the Dalton plan is a method of education by which pupils work at their own pace and receive individual help from the teacher when necessary. Students draw up their own timetables and are responsible for finishing the work on their syllabuses and assignments. Question number 13. Cognitive development means A. Development of intelligence, B. development of physical skills, and C, development of child, and D, development of individual. The correct answer here is A, development of intelligence. Cognitive development is one of the domains of development patterns that begins at conception and continues through the life cycle. It has to do with changes in reasoning and thinking, with language acquisition, and with how individuals gain and store knowledge in their environment. Question number 14. Education is the manifestation of perfection already in man, was stated by A. M.K. Gandhi, B. R.M. Tagore, C. Swami Vivekananda, and D. Sri Aurobindo. The correct answer here is C. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is an Indian philosopher and teacher who believed that education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. Therefore, a teacher's job is only to remove obstruction from the people's path. Question number 15. The individual develops through the head, the heart, and the hand. This was the educational philosophy of A. Herbert, B. Comenius, C. Pestalozzi, and D. Froebel. The correct answer here is C. Pestalozzi. Pestalozzi believed that education should develop the powers of head, heart, and hands. He believed that this would help create individuals who are capable of knowing what is right and what is wrong, and of acting according to this knowledge. Right, that's all that I have for you in this video. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. See you in our next video.